So feel free to just set yourself up. And for class today, since we have Anne tuning in all the way from Portugal as well, we will be utilizing a bolster, a couple blocks, and a yoga strap. And as always, if you're hanging out on replay and you don't have these props available, it's totally fine. There are plenty of ways to orient and support the body as well. This is our first ever Breathe and Flow class, brand new format. So it has a really shiny new name. None of this is new at all. Breathwork is one of the absolute foundations of practice and foundations of life. Really, my intention is to teach you a myriad of breathwork opportunities so that we can start to do these things and take these tools outside of the studio space, off the mat, into your daily life. The more that we're all able to regulate our central nervous systems, the more we're able to adapt to stress, the more peace we bring in our internal environment translates to the peace that we bring into the external environment. And so this is the way that we can really serve ourselves and serve the world, just by learning how to breathe with intention, breathe with a conscious connection, breathe with a little bit more awareness of what's happening inside the body and beyond. What I'd like to teach today is to help by anchoring the physical body first, and then by potentially opening opportunities into the energetic body, the emotional body, and beyond, okay? So it's really palpable when we can touch a part of our bodies and then feel our breath there. And that's kind of the link here for class. It's an anchoring way that we can be really present and alive inside of our bodies. Okay, so the first breath work we're going to take is a vibrational breath, and it's a way that we can move air in and out of the body by starting to just tune into how our vocal cords can kind of vibrate and flow, how our nostrils can kind of vibrate and flow, and then potentially how that translates into the rest of the body. So sit up super tall, and as you're sitting up tall, do your best to just let your hips and pelvis feel super heavy. So they're getting squishy into the bolster. Then imagine that at the base of your pelvis, you had an expanse of roots that went down through the bolster, down through the floor, down through the subfloor, down through all of the rock strata beneath us. And it's rooting you, your whole body, so deeply into the earth that there's no need to move. And through that heavy grounding connection to earth, the top of your head, so the apex of your skull, will lift up towards the ceiling simultaneously. Just see if you can let your side bodies get a little bit bigger and your rib cage feel a little bit lighter. And start to move the shoulder heads back a little bit so you're presenting through the collarbones and through the chest. Take a deep breath in from the base of the roots all the way up to the top of your head, and an open mouth exhale out. Re-anchor, re-ground. Inhale from root base, up through the body, up through the spinal column, up through the top of the head, open mouth exhale out. And again, all the way from earth, from the grounded quality, up the body, up the body, up the body, up the body, open mouth exhale out. Seal your lips together, breathe in through both nostrils, move the middle of your neck back. Keep the lips sealed, exhale through both nostrils. Inhale again from base of body, root of body, one vertebra at a time. Lift the energy, lift the breath all the way up, up, up. Keep the lips gently sealed through the nose, exhale. We have about 1 more minute of this vibrational breath. In through the nostrils and out through the nostrils. Allow every inhale to let the side bodies expand, the front of the chest and the back of the chest, the 360 degrees of breath. Every exhale allows you to sink deeper into your bolster. See if you can feel the vibration all the way through you, as if it originates right in your center and vibrates outward to the extremities, not just fingers and toes, but outer layer of skin, the outer edge of your eyelids and eyelashes, the little ridge at the back of your skull. So you're living within this little vibrational bubble that's starting to connect to your whole cellular structure. Stay seated really tall, but take your chin down to your chest. Feel the backs of the shoulders, the back of your neck, the back of the spine. Now take your hands to your heart center and link up each individual finger. So link the thumbs, link the first finger, link the middle finger, fourth finger, fifth finger. Create a little pocket inside the palms. And this is where I would love for you and invite for you to create an intention for class today. Something that resonates, that feels really good. Something that you can experience and come back to at multiple moments and nodes of class today. Keep that intention in your palms. Lift your thumbs up to your third eye center. So between the eyeballs, bridge of nose. And we're just giving some really fueled wisdom, some deeper awareness of your intention, knowing that you are exactly in the right place. We'll bow in gratitude to our capable, able bodies, to our infinite wisdom within, to the path that we are on moving forward. Okay, and just let your hands drop. You can really slowly blink the eyes open and lift the gaze. So we have a little setup for our first posture and our really directed, focused breath work. We're going to create a bridge basically for our bolster. So it'll be just like an incline bridge. And we'll do that with our blocks. One of your blocks is going to go on its highest setting. Your second block will go on its middle setting. And then the bolster itself will just make this kind of incline. Going to be in a reclined butterfly shape, okay? So that's where this beautiful strap comes into play. Once you have your incline bridge set up, the strap is going to make its biggest loop. So you'll put the tail end of the strap through one side of the grommet. It's going to go in. Then it's going to come back through the other side of the grommet, and it's going to make a loop. You want it to be pretty big to start, so just let it be sort of as big as possible to start. Amazing. Take your time, there's no rush. So if you're just kind of figuring out that grommet over and under, you can do that. Now the strap is going to come all the way around the back of the pelvis and all the way around the front of your feet in a butterfly shape. You'll want the hardware to be more at the front of you so that you can cinch it down as needed. All right, so once you have your feet together and the loop comes right at the back of the pelvis, around the sides of the hips, around the front of the feet, you can then begin to cinch your strap and make it a little bit tighter and a little bit tighter and a little bit tighter. This is going to bring your feet closer to your hips. You'll be in a really, really steady place. So get this all working for you in any way that feels really, really good. Once you have the strap where you want it and kind of cinch down where you want it, you'll bring your hips right to the base of your bolster. You can grab the bolster so that you have knowledge and awareness that you're totally held here, and you'll lean back. So the strap is holding your feet, your hips, your pelvis in place. The bolster and the blocks are holding your spine and upper body in place. And let's get that all set up and all sorted. Beautiful, everybody. Okay, so we are going to anchor into the body by utilizing the hands and creating palpable touch. Take your hands to your outer thighs. Okay, wherever they land is perfect. Now, come into your vibrational breath and breathe into your palms, sending that awareness into the outer hips, into the outer thighs. We'll be here for about 1 minute, creating a link, a connection to touch and also feel. Every single breath, you're energizing and placing into the pockets of the hips, into the sides of the thighs. Now notice as you begin to trust the blocks, the bolster, the strap, you can also begin to trust the body. So in this way, as you're creating a palpable touch connection, hand to body, then you can start to explore the range of your breath. And that can be through more expansive inhales, deeper exhales. It could be through a change in tempo. It can be through anything you desire. Okay, so now that you've anchored into the hips and the grounding sensation of bringing your breath there, take your hands to your upper chest and just let them land wherever they feel good. Now you'll be bringing your breath into the upper shallow chest, but doing it past the navel. So think about breathing in and up from the front of the pelvis, front of the stomach, all the way up to the chest, then all the way back down again. Your exhale can even be this velvety feel that allows the skin to soften one breath at a time. Okay, you've really created and curated a very intentional presence with creating hand to body connection. Now just let your palms fall to the earth and almost let your breath recede to the back of your experience. So no need to effort any inhale, no need to follow any exhale. You have an opportunity here to come back into your intention, to give it its highest frequency by allowing it to be exactly what it is, and just being here, not focusing on anything else beyond the experience of the internal environment syncing with the external environment. Completely soak up these last few moments of stillness so you're able to really serve the central nervous system by feeling the calm move throughout you, even through the softening of your jaw, the softening of your expectation and your agenda. You'll keep your lower body in the same shape. Feel free to take hand to thigh or knee just to help you lift yourself back up off the bolster. Okay. We'll take a conscious breath work that's a really cooling aspect for the body, and it takes a little taco of your tongue. Okay, so you're gonna curl up the sides of your tongue. Your lips will kind of make an O shape. You'll breathe in and out through the tongue, basically. So inhale through the tongue and exhale. Little gentle fold. Prenatal students, if I have any of you in class, we don't need to make this compressive at all. It's just a little gentle opening for the back of the pelvis, the back of the sacrum, with a cooling breath. A couple more rounds. Just let your tongue soften, lips soften, and we'll slowly lift your chest. You can take the strap off your feet. Then you can uncinch the strap so it's not so tight, and it can come off from around you. And we'll come on up to your feet. Go slow, so there's no need to rush here. Come to standing on your feet. Okay, so your feet are a little bit wider than your hips in a pretty powerful stance. Little soft bend to your knees. Make sure everything is elongating all the way through the top of your head. So all of your intention is carried not just in the mind, it's carried in the body too. All of our cells vibrate at a specific frequency, a specific vibration, and our fingertips are very much related to that. So every time you inhale, you'll just lift your palms up a little bit. Every time you exhale, you'll take your hands down by your sides. And this could be an open mouth inhale, open mouth exhale. This could be a closed mouth inhale, a closed mouth exhale. This could be an inhale through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. It really can be anything you want it to be. Or just allowing for the wave of energy up and the wave of energy down. When your palms up, you're able to receive. With your palms down, you're able to give. Just allow your breath to go exactly where it wants to go. Going the exact speed you want to go. Okay, make a soft fist with your fingers into the palms. Turn your palms to face forward, open up the chest a little bit more. Just stand in your power here for a moment. All right, we'll turn over your left shoulder facing the left side wall. If your bolster and blocks are all set up, you can just step off your mat. You don't need to be on it. Take your feet pretty wide. All right, so with our palms facing down, this is a giving action. You're just gonna sweep everything to the front of the room, bend that knee, and sweep everything to the back of the room, bend the opposite knee. Super slow. If you feel safe, you can close your eyes. Come into the receptors of each individual fingerprint. So you're understanding how moving air, moving vibration, moving breath in and out of the body is actually creating the internal experience and the external experience. And you're just slowly feeling here, navigating the side to side, navigating the hips, the pelvis, feeling into the whole body in rhythm. Yeah, really beautiful, Caroline. Keep the feet wide. We'll come back up to our power stance. So soft fist, fingers towards the palms. Turn your palms to face the front of the body, the left side of the room. So we're just closing down the receptors softly for a moment, taking the energy completely inside the body rather than outside the body. Okay, warrior two, turn your right toes forward, bend the knee. We'll do this series with the palms facing up. This is the ability to receive here with palms up. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, extended side angle to your front right thigh. Inhale, star pose. Sweep the palms up. Warrior two to the back of your mat. So you'll turn your left toes towards the back of the room. Stay here for an inhale breath. Exhale, extended side angle to your back left leg. Really beautiful. Inhale, star pose through center. Exhale, warrior two to the front. Stay for a breath in. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, warrior two to the back. Stay here for an inhale. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, star pose. Warrior two to the front. Now, if you want to slow it down and have multiple breaths in between each shape, you have the opportunity to do so as well. We'll be here for about 1 more minute, exploring the side to side bodies, inner hips, inner groins, and really this whole front sheath of the body. So beautiful, Sarah. When you feel called, no rush. You'll keep your feet wide. Take your hands to your heart center and pause here. Take both palms, keep them connected, reach straight up to the ceiling, all the way up, all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. Feel free to lean back a little bit. Your bolster and block is still set up. We'll turn your body to face the back of your mat, and we'll use this block and bolster bridge for supported child's pose. So you can bring your thighs wide of the setup, and then you'll just start to lay over the bolster block. Put either ear on top of the block to start, or on top of the bolster to start. Your arms can go wherever you really want them to go. Just know that I'll have you change and switch the gaze about halfway through. So let this be completely comforting, allowing your body to be fully conforming. Yeah, beautiful. It's okay to assist. It's okay. Feel free to turn your gaze to the opposite side. Please know that if your knees don't feel very healthy today, you can always stay like this or take some variation of a forward fold. Otherwise, lift your chest. We're just going to energize the front of the body. So you can reach one arm back behind you, lift your hips off the floor, the other hand up towards the ceiling. Big opening for the front of the hips now, front of the chest. Then you'll switch. Take the lifted hand back behind you, lift, elevate hips off the floor, opposite inches back. Okay, good. Now just start to move into the rhythm of this. So you're creating your own tectonics. You're creating your own breath. All this translates to every single cell in your body. So have your intention here be about living and thriving and feeling. Yeah, so good, Abby. Take a couple more without urgency. Love it, Jay. When you're ready, sit back on the heels for just a moment. We'll recreate the palpable touch, the anchoring. So you can just take your hands to your sides of your hips, reground. Once you feel steady there, hands to upper chest. And we'll take you into any version that you would like of a standing forward fold. Draw the toes under, keep the knees bent, especially if your hamstrings feel tight or your low back feels tight. Come into your forward fold, so whatever feels best for your body. And just let this be about draping the body, about surrender of the body, rather than trying to maintain or create some sort of active shape. With every breath, it can move up through each vertebra. Through every exhale, it can drip out of the head, straight into the earth, straight into the floor. So it's almost like you're making a circle from heels, backs of legs, along the spine, and then down through back of neck, earlobes, back into the toes. Come back into your intention, especially if you're getting a little bit of posture oriented or transition oriented, meaning if you feel impatient, just let the shape translate, let the shape evolve without having attachment here to time or purpose or goal. Yeah, really good. Okay, so some of you will roll up one vertebra at a time. Some of you will take a flatter back to rise. Pay attention to your low back. Do what feels really, really good. And come back to your power stance once you hit the ascension, once you hit the top. Gentle fist. So you're just closing off the portal of the fingers for a moment, potentially to feel into the apex of the heart. You'll turn over your left shoulder. So we're all facing the right hand side of the room, and you'll come into a deep squat, which is horse. Okay, so your hands can just come gently to your shoulders. So for some of you, I'll be offering a Kapalabhati breath, a forceful exhale through the nose as we twist. Prenatal students, just smooth, calm breath, slow movement of your body, okay? So if you are taking the Kapalabhati, the forced exhale, you'll keep your lips lightly sealed and you'll push the air out of your nose as you twist one direction, push the air out of your nose as you twist the other direction. So it could look like this. Amazing. Now, anchor into the hips, like your hands were at the outside edge of your hips. Sit a little bit deeper into the knees, the thighs, the pelvis. We're going to be here for a little bit, okay? So if it feels unsustainable, you can make little shifts. You can make different variations of connection. Yes, now continue with your Kriya, with your breath pattern. Make it more about soothing the body than efforting the body. It's like a rock and a rock and a rock. About 20 more seconds. So know that there is an end coming, a steadiness coming, a decompression coming. Really good, everybody. Okay, we'll come back to our wide-legged power stance. Little gentle fist of the palms. Let the joints be soft here. Notice where you feel heat. Notice where you feel energy. Notice where you feel open. Notice where you feel closed. Keep the solid legs. Take your hands to your heart. Start to lift your palms up to the ceiling, up to the ceiling, up to the ceiling. Turn your toes inward, fold forward with straddle legs. Let your chest drop all the way towards the ground. Head heavy as you arrive. Okay, so we have a little flow here coming up, and this is what it's going to look like. From the straddle leg position, you'll take a halfway lift. Then you'll bring your left hand to your hip, turn your body to face the front of the room, and then push your right hand forward, straight forward to the front of the room. Good, then you're just bringing everything back to where we were, arms wide, fold. Take a halfway lift to the back of the mat. Bring your right hand to your hip, press your left hand straight to the back of the room. Okay, breath can be anything you want here. Inhale, come sideways, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Right hand presses to the front. Inhale, side. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Left hand presses to the back of the room, okay? So you're using this flow to start to open up energetic pathways that mimic the body as well. If there was no rush and no concern about shape or form, but if there was feel, how would that be for you in this movement? As you're ready, no rush, turn and face the front of the room. A super gentle sun A flow. Inhale, reach your palms up. Exhale, hands through heart, so you're recollecting everything now. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, tuck and curl. Stay here for a breath in. Stay for a breath out. We'll do that 2 more times. Mountain pose all the way back up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, tuck and curl. Stay for an inhale. Stay for an exhale. Rise, last time through. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, tuck and curl. Stay right here for an inhale and exhale. Okay, grab your bolster, sit on top of it. We have one more breath work before we come into our final resting posture. How do you feel, everybody? You feel okay? Okay. So we'll get into our final breath work of this class, and it'll be alternate nostril breathing. And this breath is absolutely fundamental from coming from a place where we experience ourselves as separate from or other than, to a place of understanding that we are whole. And it, from the physiology, it aligns the two hemispheres of the brain, and it aligns all the energy of the body. From the energy body, it takes everything that's moving, coursing through our bodies right now, and brings it right back to our central channel that's called Shushumna. From the emotional sides of things, it teaches us that even when we're off kilter or imbalanced, we're okay. Everything's okay. All right. And on and on and on. So for alternate nostril breathing, you'll use your right thumb, and it's going to close your right nostril. Take your right pointer finger, bring it into the fist. Then you have the option to use any of the last three fingers for the left nostril. You'll keep the right nostril closed. Breathe in left side only. Hold your breath at the top for a moment. Seal both sides of your nose. Close the left side only. Exhale through the right. Pause at the bottom. Right side only. Take an inhale breath. Pause at the top. Keep the right closed. Exhale left. That's one cycle right there. Inhale, left side only. Pause at the top. Exhale, right side. Inhale, right side only. Hold at the top. Exhale, left. Inhale, left side. Exhale, right. Inhale, right side. Exhale, left. Inhale, left side. Exhale, right. Inhale, right side. Exhale, left. Let's continue with this really soothing, uniting, being inside an alive breath. When we take intentional breath, it cues the central nervous system to move beyond flight, to move beyond fright, to move beyond freeze. And it allows you to come into a cohesive internal environment where you can trust your body, where you can trust your emotions, where you can trust your mind as well. Less cluttered, less busy. And we get to meet ourselves for exactly what we are. The who we are will always change. The what we are never will. After your next exhale on the left side, feel free to let your hand fall into your lap. And just feel your body from a full 360 degrees. We've stoked energy in the feet, in the ankles, in the calves, in the thighs, inner hips, outer hips, front stomach, low back, side bodies, chest. Front shoulder, back shoulder, shoulder blades. We've stoked energy into the thumbs, into the first fingers, the middle fingers, the fourth finger, the fifth fingers. Front of neck, back of neck. Bottom of earlobes, back of eyelids. All the way around the crown of the skull to the tippy top. We have invited so much space and wonder and awe in. You can always stay seated, especially if you're feeling any type of anxiety or just a little bit of lack of resonance, or we could set you up for Stonehenge corpse pose. If you'd like to take this variation of corpse pose, you'll put your 2 blocks on the highest setting and your bolster right on top of them. Then from there, you come onto the back and your calves will just kind of land right where the blocks are. And feel free to let the whole earth hold you and ground you. As always, if you choose to stay in this shape, it is absolutely available to you. If you would like to reconnect together and reground together, you can take your legs off the bolster and roll to either side. And feel free to come on up into a seat. Turn your palms up just to reconnect to your awareness of your power, your awareness of your intention, your awareness of your inner resource. I'll take the palms just like we've done before, anchor the hips. Hands to heart to access unconditional, expansive love. Bring your palms back together. Link the thumbs, pointer finger, middle finger, fourth finger, pinky finger. Lift your thumbs up to your third eye center. Reliving through your intention, reimagining through your intention, and committing via of your intention, we bow forward as one. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace.